sabotage greatness. Back to the subject at hand. You already know the plan. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. When I put that tool in, you know what it'll do to ya. Lift you off your feet, Lex Luger, Yokozuna. I do this shit spectacular. Real nigga, no actor, bro. You fake it in the wrestler. I'm kicking up so extra, bro. I'm waking up the extra dough. One bitch ain't enough, so I think I need an extra hoe. One split ain't enough, so I think I need like 50 more. Shut the fuck up, sucker. What the fuck is you bitchin' for? Shit your rap suck, fucker. You should slit your dough. Head on the kitchen floor. When the dish drain, right where the dishes go. MBG, we get the dough. The reason your bitch give me throat. Semi-automatic all up in my coat. Yeah, I smoke that very loud chronic. Have my head in the clouds like the Jolly Green Giant. Pothead, I can't deny it. I'm rolling and then I fry it. If it don't stink, nigga, I don't buy it. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. Slick, majestic, fantastic, Grand Rapids. Flows done match the source, go gadget. Floating through the traffic, posted throughout the atlas. Meditate with millionaires, still speak to the savages. Stay up the par because when driven far, my thought process progress like IndyCar. You should show some respect when a general speaks. Respected, connected, and very elite. When MBG move in, the cipher complete. I make them come for your head, stay on point with those barbershop. Counting cash became my favorite pastime. Learn to turn a slow nickel to a fast dime. Money back guaranteed till it's flatlined. And we on the grind and we shine all the time. Money on my mind, and you know the time. If you wanna get a ticket, single file, stand in line. Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter.
Taking it back to the days of the mixtape slaughter. They mad at I cause I fly across borders and ball hard like AI in the fourth quarter. And ball hard.
Yo. Yeah. You already know we here, baby. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Knicks in 6 podcast. I am your humble and gracious host, Sire Ham Van Dam, Van Deezy, Guru if I'm your mans. This is brought to you by the Smooth Family Network. Cha-cha-cha.
Cha-cha-cha.
You can follow us everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. You can follow the pod everywhere at Knicks in 6 Pod. You can follow me everywhere at Frostmine Guru. And you know who I'm joined with. You already know, once again, Mr. Sean Harris.
Ooh.
We
Yeah.
here. We back.
We in the building.
We a day late, but we here.
Yeah.
It's
I
all
mean,
good.
didn't need to be a super rush because we knew what happened with the Pistons. We saw that. We saw it coming. 16 straight.
Yeah.
I think we earned an extra day after 16 straight.
All right, so let's not waste no time. We into it. It's Sunday. I hope y'all up. I hope y'all had y'all breakfast. I hope y'all here with us. Shout out to YouTube community. Shout out to Twitch community. Getting us right before it's time for some football Sunday and whatnot. We're gonna talk some Knicks, man. But we're gonna get right into it. Let's not play with the people. All right. So boom. Game recap number 1. This is important.
Man.
This is important for today's pod. Y'all, I just want y'all to know that this is important for today's pod. Why is this game important for today's pod? Because today's pod is about a couple people, but it's mainly about one guy.
Yeah.
They call him by many names. He is known to many as Carl Anthony Towns. He is known to some as the Big Purr. To me,
The big purr. The big purr sticks, man, and that's a
yeah,
problem.
to me, he is known as the Big Bodega.
The big bodega. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The big bodega is a
Bodega
good one.
Cat.
Yes. And bodega cat. Yes,
You
yes.
already know. So we here for
He,
it. Game
he
one.
hasn't done enough yet for my own personal nickname of him, but
I'm here.
he's on track. He on track.
Keep it in the tuck. Keep
Yeah,
it
in the tuck.
All right, so the Knicks sell to the Cavaliers 110 to 104.
Mm-hmm.
If you are deep in your Knicks and six lore, you were tuned into a spirited conversation between your lovely host post game after this game in which we
Oh, yeah.
discussed what the hell we actually saw during this game. And
The classic. What came first, the passing of the offense or creating your own offense? It's like, where do we go with this?
Indeed. I'm here to say, so I want to talk about this game specifically because I did not like two things about this game. Obviously,
Mhm.
the overall conversation about Cat, didn't love it. I didn't also love the fact that Darius Garland went for 34 points. We didn't talk about it. I just thought it was nasty. Darius Garland is not him enough for me to be going for 34 points
Right.
against a team with elite caliber wing stops.
I hear you.
Didn't love it.
I feel like that's the makeup of our team defensively. If because Donovan only had 25, and I think our team is like, hey, if you got a superstar and we make him just look like a star or just a guy for that night, we should be able to beat you with what we have left. Like if we just kill that, so if Garland has a night, like we should win if Garland is leading the way.
Yeah, it just also can't be Donovan Mitchell also having 25. Like it can't be like ideally this is like and
He's getting his 25.
No,
he's getting his 25
and
regardless.
I say it like this, like you beat a team like the Cavs, obviously, and I'm just saying from like we've had good history with the Cavs.
Right.
Obviously.
Right.
And how we have beaten them is like, Donovan, you can kind of just cook.
Yeah.
You can kind of just cook. Everybody else is kind of clipped for y'all. Darius Garland having a good game. Evan Mobley having a good game. Jared Allen having a good game. I don't like that. I didn't love it.
Oh, that Spider being able to cook only works because Brunson Cooks is a better chef. And there was none of that this game. He had a bad game. So if we don't got that, then we can't just have a good Spider game.
And that's neither here nor there because Jalen Brunson did not have a good game. He had a good passing game.
First game of the season.
Yeah. But it was like, nasty, whatever. 21-7, didn't love it. Great Josh Hart game.
Great Josh Hart game.
Non-conversation that we'll probably have next week. Josh Hart.
Great Josh Hart week.
Phenomenal start to the season.
Yeah, exactly.
No one's talking about it.
Yes.
Maybe we're being irresponsible as well. But
no. This is why we're here, so we get to those topics. Yes, Josh Hart, great start to the season. Fantastic start to the season. Yeah.
Being discussed. Like, legit.
Everything you ask for and more that you can't expect to get from a guard, a four.
Ladies and gentlemen, your shooting guard. Ladies and gentlemen, your starting shooting guard is averaging 10 rebounds.
Talk about it.
Dwayne Wade, the best rebounding shooting guard I've ever seen in my life, has never averaged 10 rebounds.
Averaging 10 boards. And being told, hey, go get boards. And then take the open shot. Go get boards and take the shot. He's killing it in this role.
I won't lie to you. This offense is
so we predicted this.
Is extremely Josh Hart friendly. There's a lot of things that make this offense is extremely Josh Hart friendly.
Definitely a summer's talking point. A summer talking point was this is the type of team for a Josh Hart. You go out there and do all the little other stuff, and that's all you got to do, and we'll be good. Yeah, he's it. He best situation. Like he's in a perfect situation.
Yeah, and I love it, and I love it.
Yeah.
Truly, like I love it.
There's nowhere he'll be better suited.
Yeah. So, like I said, love that. I didn't love this game, but this game is important to the overall context of the pod. Very important to it because this is the game that Cat took 7 shots. I feel like our argument, while it was very spirited, we were kind of saying the same thing. Like
we were.
it was like, bro, Cat need more shots. I don't know how he going to get
But
them.
also, go get those shots.
Yes, please. So
he took 8 shots, by the way.
He took 8 shots, right?
4 for 8, 1 for 2.
So yeah. And these recaps on especially October basketball, as I've told y'all time and time again, I am not really into October basketball. I am into the season starting, and I am into next basketball. But I don't take a lot of stock in October results. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I wasn't really mad at the fact that Cat was being sold and Cat was selling, which was simultaneously happening. I was more mad at the fact that, all right, let's just figure this shit out because the obvious answer is
more Cat.
This nigga the ball more.
Isn't that always the case? The obvious answer is more Cat. It will fix all problems, and it took them a while to get to it.
So moving on.
Sit on that. We're gonna stay there for a bit.
Moving on.
The ball needs more Cat.
This nigga called Anthony Towns fried up Bam Adebayo.
Ugh.
Fried him something egregious.
Yes.
Egregious.
Yes. A special game. Game of the week.
Game of the week. Call Anthony Towns, and I'm letting y'all know, y'all never see Carl Anthony Towns on this graphic as Carl Anthony Towns unless he gets me tight. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. If he gets me tight,
crazy.
then you'll see Carl Anthony Towns. Until
then,
now
we
Bodega Cat is where we are. Boom.
Oh,
44, 13. Bro.
Yeah.
It was impressive. Let's be clear.
Can't get 44 with only 8 shots. This is what we're talking about.
So, a couple shout outs here. 2 shout outs in particular. Shout out number 1. Give it up for your man Tom Thibodeau for making the adjustment. Just give it up for your man. Yes.
He did his part.
He did. Give it to him.
Yes.
And then give it up for Jalen Brunson again, man. Just give it up.
Yeah. I feel like that should have been one. I thought you were gonna say Cat and Brunson. I mean, not Cat, Tibbs and Brunson. They get the round of applause because the second round of applause definitely goes to us.
Yes, of course.
Whoa, the people, the fans.
This is us, the motivators.
Absolutely slandered him into greatness.
It was us.
Yes.
And I want y'all to know from the bottom of my heart that slander works.
You're welcome.
Works, ladies and gentlemen.
You're welcome.
Slander your teams to greatness. If I'm not slandering you,
accordingly,
if I'm not slandering you,
right amount of time.
I don't believe in you if I'm not slandering you. And that's just the God honest truth, man.
That's rough. That's rough.
I just want y'all to know, Cat frying Bam up something that serious was impressive to me on several fronts. Front number 1 is we've beaten the Heat multiple times. Like this is not something that is like
right. We didn't climb to the mountaintop just now. We didn't get over the hurdle.
This beating them like this is a 9-point win.
Right.
It never really felt like they were gonna win. It felt like
I felt like it was our game.
This is our game. We will lose this game on our accord. Like, and that's kind of how I felt about the Cavs game too. Like, we will lose these games on our accord. We will not be out talented by anyone.
Right. And that first half of that game was so dry because we were down. Like we were down on a point in the first half. It was like we were down 6. I was like, yo, when is this going to kick up already?
And it felt
I don't want to have to be
here.
Felt
like switch, flipped. It's time to cook. It's time to cook. And
an adjustment was made. An adjustment was made. Yes, an adjustment was made at the half, and we balled in the third quarter.
It was crazy, and I loved every second. I loved every second of it. I won't lie to you. I loved every second of it. I love the fact that Jimmy Butler, who I love, just hate the fact that he plays for the Heat, was
Right.
absolutely held in Alcatraz. Didn't love
Right.
Tyler Hero cooking, but whatever.
Somebody got to. It's going to happen.
Someone had to score the points. I guess it was Tyler Hero. If it's not Jimmy Butler or Bam Adebayo, I'm cool with that. I don't even got
Right.
Bam's box score up here. That's should let you know everything you need to know about what was going on in Bam's life. Like, let's be clear. It wasn't just
Bam, 11, 3,
Bro,
and 4.
it wasn't just the fact that Cat gave this nigga chips.
Yes.
He was clapping this nigga up.
Yes. Yes.
I was like, wait a minute. Am I seeing a little bit
No
of jail?
touches.
Am I seeing a little bit of jail here? I kind of like it. It looked good. I won't lie. It looked good. He looked engaged.
We got work to do to rewrite that image that the
Yeah.
people have on Cat, because it's not that's part of my Knicks for Clicks actually later. I'll get to that later, but we got to work on how we perceive this guy,
I won't lie to
because those were tough buckets he was getting.
No.
Look, he was getting easy shots, he was getting good looks, and then he was making tough buckets, drives to the. He was killing them out there.
I'm gonna let you know something, Sean. I saw this on Twitter.
Talk to me.
The cat is not tough agenda has developed maybe its greatest enemy ever in Knicks Twitter. Like, I want you to know
yeah.
this.
Oh yeah.
I want you to
Oh
know this.
yeah.
We will
Mhm.
eject. It's not a real
Mhm.
place over here.
We're gonna be like, oh word, he's not tough. Then what is that? Then what was that?
We will
Then
provide
what
you-
was that?
You don't really understand. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this might have been the
Yeah.
best situation for Cat specifically. I don't know if
To
if
rewrite.
this is the greatest situation for us, but we have a tendency. Like, once you're with us, we will defend you as long as you put effort in. Cat was
Give us something to highlight.
Yeah, Cat, you fried Bam for 44 points. You getting at least
Yes.
3 weeks of good equity for that. I'm just letting you know that
Right.
off rip.
Right. That was very helpful.
Yeah.
That was very helpful.
Very helpful for our own psyche. Like, okay, we're in the East. Like, that. My whole thought process is this: we're in the East, right? Boom. We gotta
Mhm.
watch out for specific teams that got big men, because that we're gonna talk
Right.
about that later. That is our obvious, like,
Right.
weak spot.
Competition.
Yeah, our obvious weak spot. How do we fare against the elite big man in the East? Bam, elite big man in the East, fried.
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 Woo. Oh
There-
man.
there are others
Yeah.
that
yeah.
we need to put up against the litmus test.
And
But
let it
just
be
know-
known, some of them have been fried by what we had already.
Exactly.
So I can't wait to see it. And we still have some of that. Like, Mitch is coming. He's
Oh, for God.
he'll be here.
Y'all gonna get me started how we gonna win 78 games.
Did you go outside and take a deep breath last night? It was frosty.
Yeah, it was.
Winter is here.
Winter is here.
Winter is
Bruh.
here.
Bruh.
Oh,
January is
like-
January is 60 days away, ladies and gentlemen.
dog is coming like Santa Claus, dog. Like, yo, can't wait.
January is 60 days away. Don't you worry.
You felt that frost in the air. I mean, Mitch is coming back. That's what that means.
Yeah.
Like,
Love it. So
mhm.
big shout outs to Carl Anthony Towns, Bodega Cat. This was a game
Yes.
we both needed to see. It gave
Yeah.
it gave some good thing. It gave me some good feelings. I won't lie. Even Jalen Brunson 22 and 9. Not a great shooting game from our captain, but
No.
he was seeking.
Yeah.
He was seeking. Like we said in the post game, like you saw that, okay, maybe I need to be 23 and 10 Brunson instead of
Hmm.
27 and 7 Brunson. And I think
Right.
23 and 10 Brunson looks good too.
I think 23 and 10 Brunson is the best Brunson we can possibly ask for on this team.
I'm telling
Like,
you, a lot of offense
when
on
the-
this team.
When the offense stalls, go get your bucket. But otherwise, bro, like, yo, feed the squad. Like,
Yeah.
all your people is there. You gotta want to see them eat.
It's way too many. It's way too. I'm gonna say this. The vibes are way too immaculate at this very moment for
I can
everybody.
hear it in your tone.
How everybody, do you hear it, right?
Yeah, no,
Mine's
you're
I'm letting
almost
you know
giddy right now.
I'm undefeated at age 32. I'm undefeated at age 32. And, and,
That's
and,
a vibe.
and what a transition. And what a
That's a vibe.
transition into game three. Because this
Oh,
is Picasso.
yeah.
In 5 games, I'm letting you know, I've seen enough. Us at 6. Us at 6.
Not jumping the gun any here, are we?
Us at 6. I've seen enough.
Yeah. 6. Yeah, us and 6. Absolutely. Knicks and 6 for sure.
Now,
Yeah, across the board.
Y'all would say, Ham, listen, bro, y'all playing the Pistons. Relax.
I agree.
Relax.
I agree.
Relax.
I agree.
I agree.
As long as you agree too.
I agree.
Okay, as long as you understand that, now go.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? It's the Pistons.
Yeah.
Whatever. At this point, I feel like I was watching a glorified scrimmage. You know what I'm saying? Like blues versus orange. I love
preseason G League for sure.
But let me just say, the potential looked insane. I referenced this game for my previous preseason point prediction when I said I think this is gonna look insane.
Right.
I think it's gonna look insane. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but I know it's a thing. This is a thing.
Right.
30-point blowout notwithstanding. Everybody cooked.
Everybody cooked.
This was beautiful. This was
Everybody
beautiful
cooked.
basketball. This, will I say? I won't say it yet. It was given, maybe rest in peace to the all ISO offense. Maybe the spread offense is now here. Maybe. I'm not saying actually. But I am saying I saw one play with 7 passes, 1 dribble.
Yeah.
And that shit looked like what?
Valid point.
I don't know.
The point of the all ISO offense with this many ISO players was to be able to somewhat get into a spread like that. Somewhere to where like it opens up that way. If you keep moving, if you got the look, go for it. But this wasn't that.
Mm.
That wasn't ISO offense derived.
Mm.
That was something that was actual like just the flow of the game and moving like water and team ball. And it was a lot of passing.
Mm-hmm.
There was off ball screens. There was a lot of motion. There was a lot less standing around and waiting for the ball. It looked like it. And if I go back and look, I'll probably see more of it than I'm giving it credit for. But what we did see was the ball just moving to whoever was moving. Mm-hmm. If you were moving, we're getting you the rock. The cutter was getting the ball all day. He was making it happen. The behind the back pass from Cat, so underrated this week.
Twice.
Yeah.
He did it twice.
Yeah.
He did it twice.
The alley-oop to OG that just goes quiet now, who's playing as our power forward right now, and it's looking like a great Randall replacement, if you ask me. Sure, we lose a little offensively, but we gain a ton defensively. Like, yo, fire down there. Fire down there.
This was a great game for me to watch. I got bored, obviously, when it was like 4-quarter. And it was time to watch.
I'm gonna crap on the game a little. I'm gonna crap on it. I'm gonna pop the bubble a little on this. I'm just letting you enjoy.
But I will say, like, in terms of us running plays, good offensive sets, even when it was motion offense, everybody was getting a good feel. It looked like we gained it. Like, get 5 games in to be looking like a good synergy. Like, this is not something like. This brings me joy specifically for like what this looks like in February, what this looks like in March, because
when everything is locked in.
Obviously, like I'm a big believer it takes a team like 18 months, especially when you got like two high talent players. Like it's going to take them like at least a year to get into like where they know their mannerisms and stuff.
That's what Cleveland is banking on.
And that's real. They play banking on third year of Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. That's what they're banking
Yep.
on. And we're in year one. But to say that this doesn't look good, like after, like that's what I'm saying. Like Detroit, notwithstanding, like I don't really care about the opponent per se when it comes to this because I feel like we've played 4 good opponents in a row.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
get what I'm saying?
Right.
So
We
like,
deserved one.
yeah. So like, and I watched Boston blow out 3 teams. I watched freaking Cleveland beat everybody.
Go undefeated.
Basically. Like,
Yeah.
so it's not like we playing scrubs. But
Right.
I'm saying, like, in terms of how the offense looked, it looked free flowing, this, that, and the third. Like, they playing bums, obviously.
Right.
There's not a lot of talent. Like, Tobias Harris have Hollow Hills High School, but Long Island, strong out.
Represent.
But yeah, I like this game. I like watching how it looked. I thought it looked insane. Moving forward, I'm gonna love seeing this against some better talent, but we got right. I called it before the game. I said this was a Brunson get right game. I said he
Right.
had 40. He had 36.
Right.
I also said Cat would have 10 dimes, and he had 7. So I was off by a little bit, but my
Yeah,
heart was
all
in
of-
the right place.
Now, can I push back a little on it? It looked that good of a game because we were playing a G League level team. When I see Tim Hardaway pull up, and you know what I mean, just seeing where he's at right now out there, starting for Pistons, I'm like, yo, Pistons is not a serious place. I hear you.
Oh,
Pistons, Pistons is not a serious place, dog. Like, no. So, first quarter, we smoked them
Yep.
the same way Boston smoked us. And if you look at the rest of it, it's pretty much the same Boston scoring wise. The way the game, we lost the second quarter, won by 7 in the third, tied in the fourth. I appreciated that the game got a little more. It wasn't such a complete blowout in the second and third while I was watching, because I do watch games based off of quarters.
Yeah.
I've always broken down by quarters, halves, since any major event happened, what has happened since then. I break it up different ways so I can try to digest what I'm looking at. The starters smoked. First, third quarter, smoked them.
Mhm.
But we smoked a G League team, and as great as it was for us to get that under our belt, it kind of stings a little to think this is exactly what Boston did to us to open the season.
Yeah.
Like Boston made us essentially look like the Pistons, and that hurts to be able to kind of say a little if I'm keeping it a buck. But it is a little somewhat true. We understand why. They bullied us in the first quarter, and we bullied the Pistons in the first quarter.
Yep. We sure did.
And that's how things turn out the way it looks. So the way it is, and so be it. I don't want to get too crazy and smelling ourselves for wiping the floor with the Pistons, but it was very nice to see what we could be with the rifle, with the idea of the team. Because, like I said, I've been talking about the ISO offense and understanding why we've been having it for who knows how long. I understand the reason for it. This was the step above that with the 18 months that you're talking about, when you really gel and flow and know and understand everything. We got to peak at that with the Pistons game. So thank God we got to get a look just to hold us together while we still through these growing pains. I don't think there'll be any more days where Cat is going to take less than 10 shots, though.
Yeah,
I think we've learned some things about the flow of this team.
I think it's a bad decision if he takes less than 10 shots. And I think we'll lose if he takes less than 10 shots. And I think that's just not what Tibbs is about. So
right. Tibbs is not about losing.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
absolutely not.
So getting into the news, right? Like we talked about him, but we gotta break this down into depth, right? Like that was a good transition. So Karl Anthony Towns, he might be good at the sport of basketball. I want you to talk more about like you spoke about like, yo, should he be the offensive focal point, right? Like, I want you to really go into depth about like what's your vision into that, because some people might say, yes, we still want Jalen Brunson to be the number one option and stuff like that, which like obviously is the case because he's the captain. But
Right.
what do you think long term is like best for us in this case?
Okay, I got you. Let me get serious about this. All right. So I feel like Cat. I I I, I feel like Cat has to be the focal point. Let's start there. He has to be the focal point for many different reasons. One reason is you traded away Julius Randle for him. You trade away an all-star. You need to, with that level of productivity we were getting from him, we need to receive that on the other end, especially when you give up a DiVincenzo and the first round pick. With the price that we paid for it, because we could be Cleveland right now. Best
Real.
believe if we did not make the trade, we're Cleveland right now, undefeated. Who's beating us? What team did we lose? So if we didn't have that camaraderie out the gate to where they're not punching us in the mouth. We played Tatum and them boys how many times we ran? We know how that goes. We know how to do this. So they just punched us in the mouth in the first quarter. The game got out of hand. Every quarter after was a game, was close. We was in there. We worked it out, and none of that happened again. So we need that. The price, the amount, the contract, the cap space that it takes. He has to be Tibbs guy. Need for a center. It's too much that our center situation is a pseudo mess and also a bright spark depending on how patient you are. But it works because right now, because we have an all-star center. And even I feel weird calling him a center because I do want him at power forward, but he's doing well there right now in a position that we need him to do well in. So that's one reason, the price that we paid for him. Next, Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson came here as a Knick and said, hey guys, I'm not coming here to be the savior. This was the first words that he said about when he joined the Knicks. I'm not coming here to be the guy. I'm not coming here to be the savior. I'm coming here to help help this org become a better org and fix our winning ways and do the best we can. That's the message he came here with. And then he got on the court and we're like, well, you may have said that, buddy, but you're the best point guard we may have ever had in the modern era. You're the best point guard we had in the modern era of basketball. We love you. You are saving us. You're the man. And he's earned it. He's earned the MVP votes that he's gotten. He earned the All-Star. He deserved to be in the Olympic game, especially over Halliburton, but whatever. Brunson is him. But remember, he came here not to be the guy. And then you look at the team around him, it's full of guys. He has nothing but guys around him. McCall is a guy. He's been the franchise guy to where Brunson was the guy that was not getting the contract for the Mavs on a hell of a discount. The juxtaposition here with everything is crazy. Brunson took a contract that I feel he wants his role to be. I feel like he signed a contract that pays him for the role that he wants. I don't think he wants to be the guy. He came in saying he didn't want to be the guy, and he got a contract of not being the guy. He wants somebody to be able to outplay and be the number one guy, because that only leaves room for him to cook. What can Brunson do? And what do Brunson and Cat do? 3-level scorers. Good passers. Brunson could always have been a better passer. We've seen that last season. It's been more scoring. We said just now in the cast, the best Brunson is probably a more balanced Brunson. Brunson has the option now with another 3-level scorer who could do everything that he does basically, except there's one thing. Cat is tall. Brunson is getting it in the paint. It's a hard day at work for him to do what he is doing. How about Cat is the focal point, and then Brunson is not crashing on the ground 12 times a game, because we all hold our breath every time he does it, because we know how valuable he is to everything. We can't lose Brunson. And since we can't lose Brunson, we have to protect Brunson. And the best way to protect Brunson is to not have him on the floor. And on the floor, literally laying there, trying to catch his breath. Give it to Cat in the paint and let him do his thing. We gotta have Cat doing this as a focal point. And okay, so Brunson is short. That was a reason.
Yep.
Brunson paid himself for the role that I believe he understands he should have. Brunson could have got more money. We all know Brunson could have got more money. I believe Brunson understands that he should be the second guy. And that's wisdom. That's just how smart he is to do that. Like, we're great because of him. But that doesn't mean that he has to be our workhorse. He does enough as is. Like, all the money, the need for the center, the Brunson, the mismatch. You're a 7-foot 3-point shooter. Who is blocking that? I want to see you. And that shot looks so easy. It don't even look like he's taking the shot serious when he takes a shot. Cat doesn't look serious shooting a three. It always looked like some backyard shit.
Money, though. Every time.
He looks like a gimmick at the park, like the guy that be shooting in Tim's.
Nah, I was arguing yesterday.
I can't wait to hear about that argument.
My baby shop. I was like, nah. I'm like, y'all know that nigga Cat shit is money. That shit ain't hit the rim not once. Not once. I ain't seen that shit go not once. All water. He got it.
When I see him with that step back, I was like, yo, I'm done.
Yo, it's good.
I'm done.
It looks insane. Listen,
it has all of the elegance of a baby giraffe, but to the point, it's money.
No, to the point where I need the soft allegations to now dissipate. Now I need the soft allegations. Like now it's like before I was like, we'll work that out eventually. Nah,
right.
We gotta get this going now. Like I like that. I like when he's not trying to be. Well, he's not trying to defer, really and truly. Like, he was cooking, and he's taking good shots. Like, that's the best part about it.
Yes.
Like, you see, like, and I say this with all due respect.
That baby hook is nuts.
3 good bad shot makers within the past 5 years, Jalen Brunson included. He was the best of the 3. But RJ, Julius, and Jalen, 3 good bad shot makers. Seeing a good shot maker, it's like, oh, wait a minute. Even Mikal, like we didn't even talk about Mikal, who also takes great shots.
Just skipping over Mikal, yeah, that turnaround in the mid
who also takes great shots. Like, wow, these are the shots where you go. If it missed, you like, damn, all right, that's a good shot though. Like, right. This man is 6'9", and you got this 6'4" nigga trying to post me up. I'm shooting right over you.
Yeah,
but yeah, I like the good shots he's taking. He's driving when he's supposed to be driving. It looks good. It looks like it should work.
Right.
But, and as we transition into our next topic, the importance of the backup big, man. All right. So I said this earlier. We are, I don't think we got a lot of holes. Like,
you're right.
Game 1, pause, absolutely. Yes. Yeah. Game 1 was standing. I don't think there's a lot of like deficiencies on our rosters. Except for the simple fact that we are thin in the back of big department.
Right.
Precious Achua, Mitchell Robinson. We miss you dearly. We miss you dearly, Mitch and Precious. I just want y'all to know that before we start. Like, yo, we miss you dearly. But yeah. So obviously Jericho Sims, Ario Huckporty, Big Huck, they've been filling in, and I'm gonna give some credit. They're not
Thank
doing
you.
terrible. Like
Thank you.
they're
Thank you.
not-
Thank you.
Even
Thank
Jericho
you for
Sims,
being a voice
who's
of reason.
blowing
Thank you.
mine sometimes.
Yes.
They're not doing terrible. They're not
Yes.
doing terrible. So this provides me with some reprieve in a sense that I know Huckporty, he's not really playing this shit. Like this is he's up here right now. Like he's not in the G League or straight Mitch impressions are
Right.
not here. Like that is what it is. Sims,
Right.
he's gonna be here regardless, but Sims is only gonna play if Mitch impressions are not here, which they aren't.
Right.
That's to say, they're doing well. I think we got to get some Mitch and Precious insurance. Like, I like Huck 40 a lot. Truly. Like, I like him a lot. He's not
I agree
ready.
with all of this.
He's not
I
ready.
agree with all of this.
He's
Thank
not
you.
ready for big time basketball.
Right.
Clearly. Like, he don't got no moves. He's an energy guy, but the defense, I like how it looks. You know, give that a
Yeah.
little year seasoning in the G League. Come play.
I love the heart and the effort. It's
Yeah.
like a it's brolic
it.
heart and effort. Yeah.
Love it. But Mitch being Mitch, we know Mitch.
Winter's coming.
We know Mitch is like, I say that to say this, like, obviously Mitch and Precious, I love the fact that those two, like I now that I see it, right?
Right.
They're kind of the bigs that I like for us in a sense, right? Like healthy, like you need a rim protector next to Cat, and you need a power forward next to Cat. So it's like these, like the three of them, I
agree.
kind of like, you know, like
agree.
I kind
I
of
agree.
like that as a tandem going into a playoff series. Like, okay, we got options here. We could put Cat at the 5, start Precious to go get get crazy.
Start Precious, start OG. It could go either way there.
Yeah.
OG is doing fine playing power forward right now, it looks.
Yeah. But I'm loving how it looks. But yeah, I think we need to get some insurance. I would like somebody that, you know,
Man,
That's
you know
not
how
gonna
I feel about it.
that's not going to cost too much because it's not. I don't think we need to dig out the war chest,
Right.
you know. But I do think like the glaring weakness. I think we got enough shooting. I think we got enough passing. I think we
Right.
got enough defense. I think we got enough of everything except for rebounding from our big men and not having and forcing Tibbs to not play Carl Anthony Towns 45 minutes in the
I
regular
agree.
season. So that is my only two asks when it comes to the backup big situation.
Now the backup bigs. Let's see. One, Leon Rose. Once again, dog, you missed the boat on Drummond, dog. Like I know you want me to get. I know you want me to get off that and just move past that, but
can't.
you absolutely.
You can't.
I don't care what the plan is, was, or anything. $3 million a year for 2 years. I mean, for 2 years. You got
Yeah.
yo. That is the perfect replacement for our. That's everything we needed for our best. Would have cost $3 million. Would have had no holes.
Yep.
$3 million, we'd have had no problems. No problems. None whatsoever. Like, I just want to know. I just want to be a fly on the wall during the summer. I just need that question asked one time. Was it not an option? Did we not consider it? Did we have talks? Where was the breakdown? It wasn't money.
It couldn't have been.
Did Drummond think he was gonna win a chip and because he ain't signed for no money? Did he think he was going to win a chip in Philly over winning a chip in New York? I mean, both seem unlikely to the layman, but if you're actually looking at the team, one has a brighter future, not right now. So I don't know why you would pick Philly. Oh, I wasn't talking about Philly. It's clearly New York. New York clearly has a brighter future. Wait. Let me just clear that up right now. We didn't duck smoke. We wanted Philly. We beat Philly. We got the second seed, became over Philly. Yeah, we did too much. Like this should be clear. It's not. Oh, Philly's not over New York. Philly is not over New York. Period. They weren't last year when they was playing our bench.
Let's be clear.
So I feel slightly insulted having to even say that when I talk about the better team of the two, that is New York. So I don't know why Drummond picked Philly. Did we not have that? Because now we have Hukporti and Sims, who, by the way, are the only players when we played the Pistons who scored no points. Combined for over 20 minutes on the court. No points.
My man Huck's still looking for his
I'm pretty sure he got a big 0 that game.
Sure
did he do anything that game? No, he got 2 fouls. Okay. So he was alive. Yeah, no. I've seen Hukporti look good in the preseason. I've seen good Hukporti minutes. I've seen bad Hukporti minutes. And we don't talk a lot about the bad Hukporti minutes because it gives us more hope than the bad Sims minutes, which we've seen plenty of bad Sims minutes because Sims just doesn't have any hands. He can't catch a ball. He can't put up buckets. He's not a presence defensively.
Yep.
It's weird that Hukporti seems actually smaller and yet bigger than Sims at the same time. Like he plays stronger than Sims, or he feels more physical, like you can't move him as easily or something.
Yeah.
Sims is taller and he can move a little better, and he got more brolic this summer. He's a little more Aki. So he's like, we're gonna get something off of that. But he didn't have a horrible game the other day with the Pistons. 16 minutes, 0 points, or for 0 for 1 shooting because they don't give him the ball because he can't do nothing with it. And he had 6 rebounds.
The problem with Jericho Sims, bro, and I'm not even gonna bullshit you, like Jericho Sims, it's more so like game recognition. It's like game recognition in a sense, right? Like, I say this with the utmost love for Jericho Sims. Like, I don't want to see him play ever, like ever. But I do, like, he's a Knick. You get what I'm saying? And
I believe in the project that Tibbs believes in there.
Yeah, but here's my problem though, right? It's game recognition in the sense that it's like, all right, Jericho, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've seen 2 seasons of like Jericho Sims getting on the basketball court and Jericho Sims being in the corner and Jericho Sims getting the ball in the corner. At some point in time, right? At any point in time, Jericho Sims has to decide if he wants to have a basketball future. He got to pull that. Now, I ain't saying that it got to be for our team.
I was like, are you about to say what I think you're about to say?
I'm not saying it got to be for our team, right? But I'm just saying for his basketball future.
Keep me out there.
Bro.
You're not wrong.
Bro, like, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not saying that, like, bro, I'm sorry. You can't be, like, it's disrespectful. Is it not? Let me know if I'm fucking. Is it not disrespectful?
Here's the numbers behind why it's disrespectful, and because he's a 58% free throw shooter.
Bro,
the man is not good from any point of the court offensively. Bro, I don't want to see him. But you're right though, because Precious be out there and Precious takes a shot.
Precious
and I be
is
happy
always gonna take the shot.
Precious takes the shot.
He always gonna take the shot.
He takes the shot. Yes,
take it.
Yes.
No, because bro,
take the shot. That's the whole
bro,
team. Take the shot.
At some point in time, bro, at the very least, you
maybe you're not wrong. I just never thought of it before.
Precious has to take the shot because, bro, if I don't take the shot, they just not gonna guard me.
No chance to make it bucket.
This is it, bro. You go from 50%. You can go from 20% to 0. You still, it's better than 0. Bro, I've seen Jericho Sims dribble into the double team, and I'm like, wait a minute, we don't want Jericho Sims taking a shot. Why do we want Jericho Sims dribbling to the basket? These are the questions we're not asking ourselves. We prefer the shot where
I agree.
where it's probably that like 30%. He's not gonna drive and hit niggas with a Euro step, bro.
No.
And at that point, what are
He's
you out
not.
there for on offense?
Alleys.
You're not
Alleys
gonna, bro,
only.
but you're not gonna get alleys because they're literally boxing you out at the free throw line.
We
Because
don't do that all day. Yeah. It's true.
so you're not scoring, and it's like,
It's
bro,
true.
at some point you're just gonna have to shoot it. You just got to shoot it. I'm sorry,
He can't shoot.
it's so
though.
bad, and it's so bad.
He shouldn't be in New York, and I'm surprised that he wasn't traded for Drummond over the summer. I'm dead serious. I'm so very serious.
He needs to be on the
Drummond
rebuild
and a
team.
second and he should never have done the dunk contest.
Terrible.
I feel like that just crumbled the development of this guy. I feel like he looks lost on the court. Not like he doesn't know how to play basketball. Just like it's just too much on him.
No, bro.
Like,
This is big. This is big level basketball. This is championship
Playing
expectations.
for the Knicks
basketball.
is big level basketball. Any season, I feel like
Yes.
any season as a Knicks fan is big. It's still big level even when we suck. ESPN is talking about us on TV about how we sucked last night.
Yep.
Even when we are trash, they talk about us.
Yep.
We don't hear about other trash teams. They get to be trash in peace.
Calmly. In serenity.
Just go be
even.
trash until you're not trash, until you
In
do something
serenity
interesting.
even.
We out there. It's because of Knicks fans. Everyone got fans. Everyone's on the internet.
Yeah.
We're not out there marching. We're not doing nothing too crazy, except we'll call our radio stations and we'll talk to our radio stations because we know we could get through to our radio stations, and there's a million other Knicks fans listening right now to us on the station. So we may do that, but that's local. That's at home. That ain't got nothing to do with outside. But here it's big, and I feel like being in here, just being trash in the dunk contest, having some mediocre years here, not really showing us a bright spark on anything. And yet you can see why Tibbs likes him, because there is something that may be craftable there, especially for a Tibbs guy. For the low. But this is like a Tibbs project in Minnesota or in Chicago. You can't. This ain't gonna work not in the championship seeking Knicks year. Poor Sims. I feel bad for him. I thought he did decent in the Piston game. He was right below mid in the Pistons game.
Okay.
Which is like a decent Sims game.
Can't do nothing about it.
Can't do nothing about it.
Man,
We suck at. I'm willing to sign anybody that used to be a pro level NBA player within the last 2-3 years. Like I'm telling you, anybody. Yo, Dwight, if it wasn't crazy for you in these streets, yo, Peach. it wasn't. But it is.
All right. So it's time for the
Drummond.
It's time for the previews, y'all. You know what time it is. Previews. Yo, we start.
This is why we hard.
All right, let's start. Okay. Speaking of Dwight, his former team, Knicks play the Rockets. Oh man, Knicks play the Rockets on Monday.
Okay.
In
That's
Houston. Cool. Rockets must improve. I think their record now is 3-2. They just beat the Warriors, but that's
3-3.
3-3.
Yeah.
So we lost to them last time. I remember Dylan Brooks did something weird. That's usually dealing with some Dylan Brooks shit. But
that's what we like. Yeah. That's why you get paid the big bucks.
Big Ime, you know, nasty man Ime, and the Rockets.
You ever see somebody drop the bag?
Lose a championship team?
You feel me?
If you want to be a nasty man, Ime.
He had it all. We gonna win just off the strength of that.
Yeah.
We gonna win this to
'Cause
defend the
I ain't gonna
honor.
lie to you. I don't think I'll ever pick us to lose against the Rockets again because as long as Ime's there. Ime is
I
bad
agree.
vibes. Ime's bad
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah.
and I don't want nothing. I'm not losing the bad vibes.
I agree.
Ime is bad vibes. Oh man. But
I'm not giving you basketball reasons for this one. Nah, just
None?
juju no good. Bad juju. No basketball.
Negativity.
This person is out. This person scored this. This one's on the streak. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
Energy.
Him.
Ick.
Notorious him off partner, Fred VanVleet. Notorious Jalen Brunson him off partner, Fred VanVleet and the Rockets.
Yes,
you know Fred
something to like about it.
Yeah, Freddie VanVleet is always good for a nice him off between him and Jalen Brunson. So
yes, he is.
I'm looking forward to that. Who else do I like on the Rockets? I like the Thompson twin. I think he's good, but I also think that they playing. He can't play point guard because Freddie VanVleet is there, and they gave Fred VanVleet $40 million a year. But
and they got a good team. They really do got a good team.
It's a good team. Alperen,
it's a good team.
Şengün. I like Şengün actually. I forgot.
Jalen Green, Jabari. They got a good team. Yeah,
it's a nice little sneaky frisky team.
But they're no Knicks. Yeah,
we win. I think it's a good game though. I think it's a good game. Competitive game. I think the Rockets is looking to establish themselves. Ime's a good coach. He's nasty, but he's a good coach for sure. He turned Jalen. He got Mark Jackson.
This is gonna be a good cat game. This is gonna be a good cat game. Are you kidding me? Okay, Van Vliet versus Brunson, Green versus Bridges, Brooks versus OG. Wash at best. One gets it here, one loses it there, whatever. Wash. But then it's Cat versus Jabari Smith and Şengün. Like, dog, that's food. That's food.
Yeah.
We win off of Cat. Yo, star power. Yo, focal point. Go be great.
Yeah, please.
Go be great.
And thank you.
Is that at home or is that in Houston?
That's in Houston.
Good. They have a history of loving their bigs too. Like the city of good big men out there. Like they're gonna get a good game.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think we win this game. I don't think it's close though, but I think it's a good game. I think we catching a nice little groove. Like I think a lot of things are starting to make sense. So I would like for us to confirm my good vibes and beat the bad vibes coach team.
Right.
All right, moving on. Boom, 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 boom. You already know it's the Trae Young Bowl. Rayford is back in town.
Do I love Trae Young now? From afar.
Do you love Trae Young?
I think I may have hated him so like properly that it's like I love the little guy. Like I love the guy now. I don't know, like when I see him do well, when I see a highlight, when I see him beating his chest and peacocking and showing off and all of that, you'd
be like, that's little bro.
Yeah. That's little bro. Like I do kind of
Little bro beat us that one time. I appreciate that.
Little bro got us that one time.
Yeah,
like didn't appreciate that. He made a Rocky for us.
Yeah.
But he went to the ECF that year. He ain't just throw it away.
He sure did.
He made it to the conference.
That's little bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's little bro.
Shout out to him.
So Big Rayford and the Hawks pull up with the number 1 overall pick. I think his name is Zachary. Mm-hmm. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but that should tell you all you need to know about the number 1 overall pick this year is that no one really knows who they are.
Right.
But
tough.
Who else they got? Jalen Johnson. Jalen Johnson was cooking us last game. That's how we played him. He's apparently good. Who else they got? Clint Capella is still there for some reason.
They couldn't move him. Nobody wants him.
He can come play backup center for the New York Knicks if he wants to.
Yeah, but man, that time has passed.
For the Clint Capella fanfare?
Yo, what's the trade to get him? And that right there is what kills it. Because whatever they want is too much.
Yep, not paying the Knicks tax for Clint Capella. Sorry.
Yeah, you understand what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Sorry.
So yeah, I'm gonna take. Obviously I'm taking us. I don't believe in Lil Bro. I don't believe in like ever since they beat us in the playoffs, which
Right.
I hate. We have put belt to ass to the Hawks consistently for the past 4 years.
Salted my vacation, dog. Around a bunch of Nick haters. Oh, that was nasty.
Disgusting. But yeah,
so we beat the Hawks.
Trae Young is endearing. You know, I have my jokes about Trae Young because I think that Trae Young is is riding the fame of beating New York City one time in the playoffs. Like that's what got him paid. That's what got him doing everything else. They can't trade him because no one really wants a 6'1" point guard that don't play defense and takes bad shots.
Dog, do you know you can get a ticket to the Houston Rockets game for $7?
Yes, you can get tickets to the Cavs game for $4. You can get tickets to the Grizzlies game for $4 as well.
Yeah, I'm about to look up a flight real quick. See, this may be the cheapest way to get a good court side, get myself on. Yo, yeah, send me that Knicks and 6 hat so you can see me court side on ESPN one time.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, I got us winning this game. This is not a game that I feel relatively scared of when it comes to Rayford. I don't think they got anybody for us, and I think the jail will be there and it will be plentiful.
I believe in jail for this one. Yes. All right, there's not much to say to it. There's not too much for me to say. I told you this earlier. Where is the team that I feel like we're going to lose to? Where are they? And they haven't shown up yet, even in the games we lost.
Yeah, it's like
there's nothing for me that picked against me on that one. We shouldn't have went out that way. I can understand losing to Boston. Maybe the one team I should have picked us losing to. Maybe, especially
everybody else feels like we should have. We definitely should have won that Cavs game.
6 or 8 points to the Cavs with a no cat game and a bad shooting brunch. Like we shouldn't have lost that either. We should be undefeated.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna beat the Hawks just because we're gonna beat the Hawks.
All right.
$22 tickets, by the way.
Nice. All right, so this is the nuanced one right here, right? So here we go. You already know, Big Giannis.
Yes.
Big Giannis comes to town.
Yes.
This is hilarious. This is such a hilarious game because this would be the sleeper game that I would pick us to lose.
Right.
Just off the strength that they have one more year of chemistry than we do.
Right.
But also, they've won one game. They're 1-5.
Let's keep it real.
What am I?
Ain't that some shit?
Am I supposed to say that? I'm supposed to pick us to lose to some niggas that's 1-5. Let me know. Am I supposed to do that? Am I supposed
you sound like a wise man to me. No, spit, dog.
It's like that you could weigh the pros out. Giannis.
Yeah.
Dame.
Yeah.
You know, like
both of them on my fantasy team.
Yes.
Both of them I need them to cook up, but they still gonna lose.
The Bucks, you know, like, but the Bucks, and I just want to make sure that the blame has been placed correctly here. This is Giannis's fault. This whole shit that has happened the past 18 months with the Bucks is all Giannis's fault. Like, legit. I don't know why he got Budenholzer out of there. I don't know why he got Griffin out of there. I don't know why he got Drew out of there. But he did. But he did. Why? Why, Giannis?
Come on, can we be honest? Can we be honest? Why?
Can we be honest, Giannis?
Can we be honest, Giannis? Can we be honest?
Please.
Because you thought being the best player on the team made you the franchise player and meant that you could run the franchise.
Nah, he thought he was Braun.
And there's
He
so
tried to
many
be
people
Braun.
that are king, but they're not the king. They can't rule a kingdom.
He tried to be
They
Braun,
can't. They
bro.
don't know what it takes to rule the kingdom, and that's why you and KD are just not having the level of success that the praise the NBA community gives you says you should be having. That's all. Y'all should just do the
Bro,
best you can on the court and let the GM and them do what they got to do because
why
every day move Drew Holiday.
in God's green earth would you move Drew Holiday?
Yeah.
Simultaneously gifting it to your biggest cop.
Yeah.
Like, we have to deal with Drew Holiday being the fourth option on the Boston Celtics, which is like
because of
the
Giannis.
top, the top 3 4th option ever at this point because of fucking Giannis.
We should make a list on that one of these days because that's an interesting point you just dropped there. Rank the best fourth options in the NBA
Holiday,
right now.
Former All-Star, best wing defender in basketball.
You
gave him to the niggas who needed him.
talk about it.
And you needed him too.
Talk about it.
Why?
Everything they need right now is everything that Drew brought.
They don't got nobody next to Drew, next to fucking Dame. No one. And like, it's not like Dame plays defense. Dame has never been known as a stout defender. Dame is like most point guards that are here to bring you offense. That team is badly built. It's a badly built
Middleton
team.
is out with his ankle injury.
Yep.
I mean,
but Middleton is never going to be sustained. He was never going to be sustainable as a second option anyway. You should have been paid. And I love Chris Mitty. That's my guy.
Yes.
I love Chris
Mitty.
Come on, man. Silliness.
Yeah.
Silliness.
But we get to see this team. We get to face them without Mitch on Giannis.
Yep.
Which is a matchup that I like to see. Mitch likes to see. It's one of those games he circles on the calendar. And now we get to watch this matchup with just a whole new perspective.
Yeah.
It's Cat. We seen what Cat did to Bam. That's a matchup that Mitch usually loses. And Cat won that one. So I want to see what he does.
I would like to see that too. I would like to see that too.
I can't wait for that.
Because all right, so I liken it to this, right? There was a period in Knicks history, right?
Shit, he might fall out.
He might. Like, I'm not even gonna bullshit you. Dude, Giannis be fouling. Giannis is fouling out everybody. He's not like that's not exclusive to Cat at all.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. It just hit me like I'm envisioning how this is gonna look on the court, and I'm like, ooh, late rotation.
I liken it to this, right? The last time I thought that we had equal level of talent playing the Bucks in the big man position was when Kristaps Porzingis was playing the power forward position.
Damn.
That was almost 6 years ago.
Damn.
7 years ago. And I'm talking about where if Giannis is coming to the Garden, if we go into the Forum, it felt like a wash. Like, until next Friday. And I say that with the utmost respect to all who came behind him. Like, Julius beat Giannis when we beat Giannis is because Julius was outworking Giannis, which is not often because Giannis is, if there's one thing you're not going to do a lot is outwork Giannis. And he's taking bad shots, this, that, and third. From a talent perspective, though, when I say, like, Giannis is going to have to work on defense if this nigga Cat is pulling from 30 and putting this nigga in the post for 40 minutes. It could look a little spooky if I'm seeing Giannis 20, 10, and 5, Cat 30, 10, and 5. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm like, because my like, I want to put this litmus test up here because there is a world where Karl Anthony Towns comes over from the Western Conference, looks at the Eastern Conference bigs and is like, I need
Right.
JoJo. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
But
Right.
everybody else,
Right.
y'all niggas is
Like-
food. I've been playing
Right.
Jokic 4 times a year for the past 5 years, and that nigga is him. I don't know none of you niggas. Like that's what
true.
that is my best case scenario for the Karl Anthony Towns experiment, is that he looks at the Eastern Conference bigs and is like, I have been molded by fire in the Western Conference playing
I agree.
against all different forms of big men at the 4 and 5 position. And over here, because the Eastern Conference doesn't have the big men that the Western Conference has. Like, you talking about from Cat himself, Jokic, Sabonis is over there cooking up. Like,
Yes,
you
Sabonis.
get what I'm saying? Like,
Wembanyama.
Anthony Davis. Now you got Wemby
Yeah,
over there. Like,
yeah, it's
it's
true.
a lot of cats over there. Jared Jackson
Ayton,
Jr.
you trying to
over
sleep
there.
on my man.
Yo, even still, but like in terms of people you got to guard and stuff like that on a consistent basis, like there's a lot of big men over there, 6'10" and above. Who we got over here? Giannis, Bam,
It's true.
JoJo. Who
Yeah.
else? Who else that
Brook
got any
Lopez.
type of bag as at the big man position?
That's
Porzingis.
that's a drop off. Brook Lopez, Vucevic, Porzingis. That's
Yeah.
we
That's the
drop
next
a tier
tier.
drastically.
That's the
yeah.
next
It's a whole
tier.
different tier. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a world where I need to. That's what I'm saying. I like to see him play what it looked like against those 3 guys, which is Giannis, Bam, and Joel Embiid, and let's see what it looks like. If it looks like okay, cool, we going.
Right.
If it's a wash at minimum, the East is ours. I ain't gonna lie to you. If it's a wash at minimum, the East is ours. If it's a wash at the big man position at minimum, the East
Right.
is ours, y'all. I'm letting you know
Right.
that right now.
There are no big men in the East really worth getting riled up for. Not even Embiid.
Real.
Not even Embiid.
Because
if
we've
if
done
we're
it
going
without
against
him.
Embiid.
We've
If
done
we're
it
going
without
against
him.
Embiid. Exactly.
We've already done it in 5. In 5.
Yeah. That,
And I just want to put that back out there.
super short-handed.
In 5.
Yeah.
With a hobble bitch. With a bitch he injured specifically.
Put Tim's on your statues,
In
dog. Like
5.
we did things. We
Put
took
Tim's on the
Philly,
Liberty
you know,
Bell.
Philly.
Nigga.
Yeah, no.
Put Tim's on the Liberty Bell. Come on, man. But that's neither here nor there.
I'm just trying to. Am I really going to just say we're going to just win? Because we have a abysmal record against the Bucks over the last couple of years. Like we won
It's a good litmus
2.
test.
We won the last 2 games we played them,
Mm-hmm.
and we've lost 8 prior to that.
Yep, sure did. Sure did.
It's a new day. Like, I mean, it feels like it.
It could be.
That's the only reason. That's the only hesitation. But I still take us, and I can't wait to see what Cat does in this situation.
3-0 week. Again, we do it again.
Yeah,
3-0 week.
dog, I'm going straight wins until we hit like game 18. I feel.
Before you get a good feel of where we should be losing.
I saw the schedule in the preseason, and I did the rundown on the pod, and I was like, wait a minute, let me know which of these teams
Yep.
we should be losing to, and I kind of still just stand by that. Now, if that means I'm saying we're gonna be 17-2, so be it. But that's what it feels like right now. We're only going to get better, and the healthier we get, the more reps we have together. We're in a good place.
I agree. All right. It's time, y'all, for Knicks for Clicks. LOL Knicks. We gotta get a little theme song in there.
Knicks for clicks. This is where I was talking about. Where we have the media, the fans that call into the media and do all the stuff and all the talking points and whatever and everything. This is the local.
Yes.
This is what happens. This is the bastard child of that. The Knicks for clicks.
LOL Knicks. The segment where Knicks fans and Knicks haters, they just say the darndest things. Oh man.
Can I get this one off my chest?
Please, I want you to go first because mine's is angry, angrier than yours.
Yeah. Let me get this one off my chest. It's light. It's calm. It's real simple. You seen that pic floating around of Cat trying to drive to the paint?
Yeah.
And Boogie Cousins is like manning him up.
Oh Lord, yeah.
You know, he's manning it. And then they did a 2.0 version, it looks like, where it's Mobley manning him up, Mosley manning him up. You seen that?
Yeah.
I just want to correct the situation here, the optics, because under my understanding, Cat scored in both of those possessions.
He did.
And I want to know what's more important to you, standing there looking tough while someone gets scored on you, or scoring on someone that's trying to look tough because he's trying to hold you down, but didn't because you got scored on. Like, this is what I mean about we have to rewrite the Cat is soft position, the perspective, because that's floating around as evidence of Cat being soft, which doesn't make sense if he scored and he did. So that should be pretty cut and dry right there, America. What do you think about that?
I mean, I agree to a certain extent too, because like obviously, like I said, the best ally that Cat could have ever gotten in his quest to stop the soft allegations is the New York Knicks fan base. Because honestly and truly, like, y'all could keep saying that, but like, watch when you say that around.
Right.
Because you might be around the wrong person who might root for the Knicks as hard as I do.
And then I'll be there to tell you, I seen him yoke up JoJo. What are you talking about?
Yeah. What are you talking about?
I see him Boogie all lumbering looking like Frankenstein. He put it on him. He put it on Boogie. Boogie ain't stop him.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody stopping. What are y'all talking about? Show me something. Yeah, because now I have to be that guy. And then y'all get on me for being that guy because I'm telling you the truth.
And as I said, this is coming from both me and you that have said that we were super good on Cat prior to the trade, you know?
For the same soft allegations.
For the same allegations. But
once a Knick.
Always a Knick. It looked different when it's in a Knicks uniform. Because honestly,
the Knick lenses.
You see it from here. We see it differently.
We're closer now. We know what we want and what we're looking for.
We're looking at it like, I don't know what these niggas talking about for real. This nigga kind of look
right. Like, no, I heard what you said. I understand because I used to say that. But check this out. Look at this. Yo, we have links and screenshots and of things saved in our phones ready to pull out at a moment's notice, dog. Like, you really want to go toe-to-toe to me on if Cat is soft right now? Like,
so I'm saying, y'all don't understand the Knicks fan base, like, social media team in itself, bro. Like, Knicks Twitter talks about the Knicks 24/7 until the next Knicks game, and then talks about the Knicks during the game, and then talks about the Knicks after the game. And then there's all different segments of it. There's like anti-Cat Knicks Twitter, which is fine, but you ain't about to just talk about Cat if you ain't a Knicks fan. Like, chill out on that though, gang. Like, that's just how this works. We got this. We'll slander him.
Our guys.
We'll slander him. Don't worry about it.
With love, into greatness. Let us do this.
Because we're not trying to hear what you got to say. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that. We definitely need to, especially at the Knicks and 6 5. We got to start. We got to lead the champion of the Cat is not.
You know what was soft? Gobert getting banged on. Yeah, that was soft. And then his reaction. And then his flinch from Russ. Yeah, that's soft.
Yeah, I don't know about Carl Anthony Towns being soft. And he in the Heights getting Mongoose.
He had him be like this.
He said, "Get off me." All right. So I had Knicks for click. I want y'all to know that I'm gonna start this off by prefacing the fact that not only that I had this pulled up, ready to show y'all the engagement from the fan base that I was engaging with, which was the Knicks fan base, which is not a serious place.
No.
But I'll give y'all the synopsis since the person deleted the post because I was fucking cooking them. So,
man, what did you do to them,
bro? All right, so the conversation was about, obviously, it's not obvious, but OG Anunoby's contract, $212 million contract. Obviously, because it's October basketball and Knicks fans are not serious people.
Right.
They decided that this is the thing they would nitpick on
Right.
this beautiful day about how will OG ever live up to his contract, this, that, and the third. Because he's not, averaging 30 points. So usually I would not respond to people on Facebook because I just can't. I can't. Facebook is seriously not a real place. It's a place for older people and and people who don't argue, people that post nice pictures.
Everything I need is just right there.
Yeah.
It's a convenient place for us. Yeah.
So, but this is blue minds. I was like, I can't. All right. So I'm like, bro, at the very least, are we not seeing the same thing here? Right? Like, why would we not pay OG? And we saw what he did when healthy last year.
Right.
Always injured. Yeah. Bro, everybody's always injured. Like, this is team sports. Everybody is always injured all the time. It's just
tough.
You are projecting. You healthy people get injured all the time. You are projecting. That's neither here nor there. So we get into the conversation. I'm like, bro, all right, so what do you want him to do? You want him to average 25 points? Do you want him to do that? Yo, he needs to be doing this, that, and the third. He needs to be averaging. I'm like, but you're not witnessing the jail that he's doing. You're not witnessing the fact that Jimmy Butler had 15 points. You're not witnessing the fact that these people are shooting low percentages. You're not even witnessing the fact that Andrew Nemhard saw the nigga lunge at him and scurried to the and scurried. That is called fear. that is called fear. That is called fear.
It's true.
So what you're telling me is that you don't know ball, which obvious.
It's fine.
So we going back and forth again, and I'm like, all right, so you want OG to take shots away from Jalen Brunson and Cat? This gets into a conversation with how Jalen Brunson took less for OG to do this, and I'm like, bro, Jalen Brunson took. If we want to be extremely technical, Jalen Brunson took the maximum amount allowed for him to take this year. This year. He did not take a pay cut. I need y'all to stop with that narrative. Jalen Brunson did not take a pay cut. Jalen Brunson decided to get paid 1 year earlier than he could have gotten paid. Had he decided to get paid next year, he would have gotten paid more. Now, you could say that is a bad financial decision, but he did not take a pay cut. If he could have gotten $240 million this year, I can almost guarantee he would have been like, cool. Why not? Because it wouldn't have counted against he would have counted against the cap, but they would have had his birds right. They could have signed him for way more. Like, there's so many other intricacies that people are not even willing to talk about when they put these things out here into the atmosphere. But that's neither there nor there. Next Twitter, next Facebook, not a real place. This conversation ended, however, when OG Anunoby, with the great week we did not even talk about, that right. OG Anunoby, because what I did tell you is that this conversation took over the place of span of a week and a half. From the second game until Friday night, when I said, bro, so are we going to talk about the fact that OG Anunoby is averaging 3 steals a game? Are we going to talk about the fact that OG Anunoby is averaging 16 points a game? and he is shooting
Ooh.
over 45% from 3-point land. Oh, we're going to talk
Ooh.
about that because that's not what you want to talk about. You want to talk about the fact that OG Anunoby is not averaging 27 points because
that's great numbers.
Because you're upset because either we didn't keep Julius or we didn't keep this, that, and the third. And that's not to say,
I'll put this on Julius.
we would have had to pay Julius too.
That's
this
a fact.
is what I'm trying to get y'all to
More.
get. More money.
More.
Let's be clear. 212.
His is starting in the 50.
He was starting.
Yeah.
He
45
was starting
at min.
5 years, $250 million. Let's be clear.
Yeah.
And Minnesota's gonna have to pay him that.
Because he's looking good out there. So, yeah. Good for him, man. Get your bag. So, you left to make sure you got your money. So, get your money.
Yeah. Trust and believe.
You better
Julius
get paid.
Randle will be getting paid over $50 million a year in 9 months.
Yes.
Let's be clear. Just not from
us.
us.
As the market says he should be. Just not from us. Because we got OG for 40.
And you'll look at it.
36 this year.
Yeah. 35. And you'll look at it. And I told him, I said, bro, y'all have to stop getting these googly eyes over these big numbers, bro. The CBA, as long as the NBA makes money, the salary cap will always rise. It will always rise. The money, like when they stop giving you, when they start taking money back, that's when you should be concerned that you'll never see sports again. Like,
right,
and that's the reality of the situation.
Right, where it just flattens out.
Yeah,
and it just stays at that level
because it won't. Because it won't. Because sports will become more and more valuable every single year. Maybe, I don't know, maybe LeBron leave. We'll see when they start looking out for
something crazy gonna have to happen.
Yeah, like
we got Bronny and Bryce to save the day.
Yeah, but there's always a story. There's always be a story out there. They'll make another face of the lane. They'll make it Ant-Man. They'll make it Luka, and then they'll still make money over and over. They got gambling money into it now. Like they got Saudi Arabian money into it. Everybody's gonna make chicken. Let's be clear.
Right.
What this does is eliminate the NBA middle class, which is terrible. It is a bigger issue where you're going to have good players signing for minimum contracts because you can't justify paying them over $35 or $40 million. But in terms of like, if you're a good player that can average over 15 points a game and does one thing elite, in OG Anunoby's case, he plays elite defense, you're getting paid. You're getting paid, bro, because they're going to look at it in 3 years from now and be like, $40 million. There's an OG Anunoby type that's 3 years younger than OG getting being paid $65 million a year.
To prove a point with that, RJ Barrett, who we traded over to get.
Great start to the season, Rowan. Great start to the season, Rowan. I ain't even.
RJ Barrett is getting paid this year. I have it here somewhere. $25.79 million.
Leader scorer.
RJ Barrett.
Leader scorer.
There was noise made about the money that he was being signed for. He's now playing for less money than Emmanuel Quickly, who's now his starting point guard. That must be something else. Getting paid less than Isaiah Hartenstein, who was his backup.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the money moves this way.
Yeah.
It just does.
Yeah.
RJ getting ripped off, honestly. That's crazy.
He averaging 30 points a game. Good start to the season, Rowan.
He's averaging less than 29 million and 27 million in his contract, though.
Yeah, but when them negotiation comes back on, there's gonna be a time where he does this for 2 years.
He's 18 months away. He's
18
months away.
They're gonna give him $55 million, bro. That's what's gonna happen. This is somebody we wouldn't pay.
Right. And they're getting paid.
We'll be fine. That's my point. We'll be fine. OG at $40 million in 2 years is not gonna be the end of us. I promise you that.
He's getting 36 this year. Like
36, 38, 40, 41, 42. That's the 5. That's the 5.
I'm great with that because he's doing amazing right now. That would have been such a fun argument to have. Next time, tag me.
I will. I promise you I meant to.
Yeah,
I promise you I meant to.
Yeah.
I'm so mad they deleted it.
For that
I'm
one.
so mad they deleted it.
Because you said
I
that,
actually
and I
meant to
started
tag
pulling
you.
up all
I
types of
actually meant
numbers
to
and
tag you.
arguments.
I actually meant to tag you yesterday when I was in there. When I put my last comment in there, I was like, yeah, I'm going to tag Sean in this so he can see this before I talk about it.
And then I'll go and share it to the Knicks and 6 Facebook group. I'm like, hey, yo, everybody jump aboard here. Let's do this.
This is silly.
Come on.
This is silly. But yeah, good episode.
Shout out to OG.
Shout out to my man, OG Anunoby.
And Josh Hart, who, once again, we started talking about how great of a year he's had so far. And just a great Josh Hart year. I still feel like we haven't given all the credit and highlight this. So we'll do that in the future.
Josh,
and same thing with OG Macau. But Cat and Brunson they're doing too much themselves that we have to highlight with the. Yeah.
We've highlighted Macau. We've highlighted Cat. We gotta give Josh his love. Josh is cooking, man. And I don't even want to do this to him at the end of the pod.
Cooking.
I really want to deep dive how into my guy Josh Hart, Big Joshua.
Okay.
He's cooking. Oh, next week. Yo, thank you guys for tuning in from YouTube. Yo, 130-26. Look at us. Right on the
Let's not waste it cheering.
Yes. Woohoo.
Yeah.
All right. Make sure you guys follow us everywhere at Smooth Family ENT. Follow us everywhere at Knicks is 6 Pod. We will see you next week.